This
Okay,
conference
thank
will
you,
now be recorded.
for joining the Tosca demo. So we will going to see what is Tosca, how we are doing the automation, and this is a scriptless automation. So you don't have a prior knowledge of any automation or languages like Python, Java, JavaScript. Okay, you don't have to learn any scripting language to run this Tosca tool. So what I will do, I will quickly give the intro of the Tosca. Okay, so Tosca stands for topology and orchestration specification for cloud applications. So, so Tosca stands for topology and orchestration specification for cloud application. Okay, so we will see what are the pros and cons of this one. So the first is you have a multiple feature in single tool. So you have a Dex run, you have a Jenkins integration. If you want to integrate with Jira or Qtest and you want to report, so we have an inbuilt report as well. Okay. Apart from that, if you want to search anything regarding your test cases, execution is okay. So we have a TQL language which is developed by Tricentis itself. So you can do the like SQL, we have a TQL. So Tosca query language will help you to get the data. Okay. So this is the advantage. We have a multiple feature in single tool. Like we have a Dex run. So Dex run is like if you want to do a nightly basis run, like we have a hundred of test cases or thousands of test cases you want to run in a nightly basis, you can trigger using a server and the agent machine. Okay, it will going to trigger you through the server to all the agent machine. So that is called as a Dex run. Then we have a Jenkins integration. So if you want to run using a CI/CD pipeline, you can integrate your Tosca with Jenkins, and then you can execute your test cases. Then we have a Jira integration. If you want to directly put create a bug on a Jira ticket like that, or you want to integrate your test cases with Jira, so you can do that as well. Then the same way we have a Qtest, that is inbuilt tool from Tricentis, which is a similar kind of Jira only. Okay, you can use that as well. Then we have a reporting, so you can create a report and showcase to the higher management. Okay, so you won't require any third party tool like we have JUnit or like we have Allure. This kind of reporting is not required. We have inbuilt tool. Okay, so I'm going to show you that as well. And then we have TQL. So in TQL you can use to get all the details, whatever things we have in Tosca, you through that TQL you can fetch it. The same way we used to do using SQL in database. Okay. Then the second one is no scripting is required. Okay, so you don't have to learn any new scripting language to learn this tool. And even fresher or employee who is already in working in an organization and they want to upgrade through Tosca, they can use this one. Okay, and then we have a multiple technology support. Okay, so Tosca is not limited to any specific, like we have Selenium. So Selenium is specific to the web UI testing, or if you want to automate some um, desktop based application or some other application, then you have to go for QTP. Okay, so in Tosca you can automate n number of applications. Okay, multiple technology support we have, like SAP, then we have Oracle, then we have Java, HTML, SOAP, REST. Okay, so these are the things or application you can automate. We have mobile and n number of application you can automate using Tosca in single roof. Okay, so you don't have to use single application for automating all these scenarios. If you want to have a end-to-end scenarios, like you want to get some data from backend and then you want to use that data in your application, like on a web UI or in database, so you can add create a modules and add all these things in a single test cases. Okay, then the fourth point is a quality vendor support. So as you know, this is provided by Tricentis Tosca, so they will going to provide you the vendor support as well. So if you stuck somewhere or if you're not able to perform certain actions, so they will going to help you, as Tosca is a paid tool. And they are having a good support. Okay, and the fifth one is like it is easy interface is there, so people won't have to get XPath or this kind of thing. So it will be divided into a single section. Okay, so the UI they have created, it's a bit user friendly and easily you can work on that. Okay, so easy user interface they have created, that will be divided into a test case section, then we have a module section, then we have a test case design section. We usually call it as a TCD. Okay, then we have a execution section. In execution list, whatever test cases we have created, we're going to execute that all the test cases in this execution list, and then we will going to generate the report. Okay, apart from that, we have a requirement section. In requirement section, we have like the risk-based testing. If you are having some test cases which is highly risky, so you can calculate the risk. Okay, on that using a formula, there is a formula. Okay, I'm going to show you that as well. Okay, and then we have a scratchbook, most important one. In scratchbook, we will going to execute our test cases. Like if you are performing certain action, you have added an element and you want to verify that okay, this element is working or not, or this module is working or not, single module. So using a scratchbook, you can execute your test cases and see. You don't have to execute your whole end-to-end scenario to check that okay, I am able to log into this application or I'm on that separate page. So you just have to open the browser and then you can execute your single browser. Okay, so currently we are having Tosca 16, the latest version, and with the new version you can upgrade to a new version and have a better feature. Okay, so right now we are having a 16 version. And the seventh one will be like as I said, you have a multiple testing in one row. Okay, any questions up till now? Do you have any question in any of these points? Okay, I will take it as a no. Okay, so we have all these pros and now we will see the cons. The first one is the it is as we already discussed, it is a paid tool. Okay, so it is bit costly and mostly small company are not using this tool. Mostly the MNCs like HSBC, LTI, Mindtree, and then we have Pfizer. Mostly MNC companies are using this tool, and insurance domain, media domain, banking domain, this kind of domains mostly these tools are used because it is bit kind of security issues are there and all, so they are using this tool as it is paid and cost effective. Okay, then we have a integration. The second is integration. So for integration like Jira or any other thing, there are hundreds of application is there, but you have to pay for it. There is a third party vendor which is called as a task top, which will going to provide you the integration, but they will going to charge you for that. Okay, so all the application is not free to integrate with Tosca. You have to pay for it. This is the second disadvantage. Okay, and as we discussed, so mostly large scale company only are using it, as it is not a open source tool and all. So and the cost is also associated to this, so they going to only the major MNCs are using this tool. Okay, any questions up till now? Okay, so if we don't have anything, so we'll go quickly go to our applications. Okay, this is our applications, and this application is divided into a different sections. Okay, the first one is the test case. So we will going to uh, design our test cases over here. Okay, we will going to design it, and whatever modules we will going to use, it will be come from this one. So we will going to create a module, and or we will going to use some standard modules which will be provided by Tricentis Tosca. So these are the standard modules which is already provided by Tricentis. So we can use these like if you want to perform, take a screenshot, if you want to use some Windows operation, or you want to perform some Windows based application like you want to upload some file. Okay, so there is a Windows pop-up, you can use this kind of menu option from Tricentis system. Then we have a buffer option. So in buffer option, if you want to save some variable, okay, in some values, so you can use a buffer option. Then we have a expression evaluation. In expression evaluation, so you can evaluate or you can do the comparison. Okay, like if you want to perform some if else condition, or you want to verify some value that it is greater than, less than, equal to, so you can use this key box evaluation tool. Then we have a file operation. So if you want to create a file, delete a file, okay, all the file operations you can perform all the modules. Then we have a folder operation. The same way you can perform all creating, deleting, updating a folder and all. Okay, then we have a numeric operation. So if you want to append some value, or you want to convert some value into decimal and all, so you can use this one. Okay, then we have a selenium. So if you already have a script of Selenium and you want to execute through Tosca, you can use this one. Then we have a timing, so you can use the timing if you want to put some weight, static weight, you can use this model. Okay. Then we have these many support for this application. Like we have a SAP, we have Java, we have Excel. If you want to get the data from Excel or if you want to write the data to Excel, you can use this one. Okay. Then we have a host. So if you want to automate your mainframe, so you can automate using the host. Okay. And then we have a HTML. So if you want to automate your web UI, you can use the standard modules like open URL. Then we have a close browser, this kind of thing. Okay, these are the things we have from TBox engine. So you will get most of the application under this TBox application. Then we have a test data services. So if you want to have a variable or data present globally that so that all the people can use that data, so there is a test data service. Okay, this is the one, test data service. Okay, so test data management is there and it will help you to get the data globally. Okay, so if you are executing your test cases on multiple machines, n number of machines, and you want the data should be present globally so that that data can be fetched and used in your test cases, so you can use that. Okay, so this is the repository kind of thing, and this needs to be installed on your system. Okay, so you have, if you want to export some data like from sorry, if you want to export data or you want to import data, like I am having a file. Okay, so I'm having a sample file, Excel file or CSV file. Okay, so you can get the data and add it over here. So Tricentis is already having a sample file attached to you. Okay, so if I want to import, I can automatically import that data, and you will going to see now 507 data are present over here. So the same way you can create your data and you can fetch the data from the test data services and use it in your application. Okay, so these are the models which will be used to get the data from the test data services or update the data. Okay, so that's it from the model section. Then we have a test case design section. And the test case design section, so it is similar to that Excel sheet. So you don't have to go to the Excel sheet, then fetch the data and then use it in your system. So automatically you can use test case design. It will going to create your instances. So it will going to create like test sheet and it will going to provide you with a modules name. Okay, so we have a attributes and we have a instances. Like if I want to select the value, like n number of values are present and I want to select the values. Okay, for my application. So what I have to do, I have to first check out this application. Okay, going ahead, I want to make some changes in test cases. Like instead of BMW, I want to select Audi or Ford or any other value. Okay, so we can just modify it in test sheet and automatically that will be reflected in your test cases. Okay. Okay, then we have a execution section. So once you design all your test cases, what you can do, you can create your execution list over there. Okay, test execution, and then you can put it over here and you can execute your test cases. So once your test cases get passed, it will be show in green color. Okay, like this way. It will going to like two of your test cases are getting passed from three and one is getting failed. Okay. Once you are able to execute all your test cases and all and you want to generate a report, so you can generate a report as well. So this is the report we have. It will take some time to open it. Yeah, this is the standard report which is provided by Tricentis Tosca only. Okay, you don't have to. So you can view the report in a specific format, and if you want to like customize your report, so using a TQL you can customize your report as well. Okay, so I'm going to show you. Oh, the application is not responding. Yeah. So here you have executed six test cases from which five of them get passed and one of them get failed. Okay, you can get a pie chart and all, and then you can see the details like okay, I was executing all these test cases and where your test cases get failed. Okay, so you can have a detailed report as well. So using this report, you can share it with your hiring manager. Okay, I have executed these many test cases, and on these test cases, these many test cases are getting passed, and you can share the reason as well. Okay, so these are the most used sections, and then we have a scratchbook. In scratchbook, what we will do. So, like we have done some small module modification, and just we want to test it, so we can run it in our scratchbook. Okay, so basic difference between our execution list and the scratchbook is like execution will execution list will going to save the data. Okay, it will going to log your data, and in future if you want to see it, you can view your test cases. Okay, how that test cases get passed. But in scratchbook, once you log off to this application, you won't be able to see that what thing you have executed. Okay, that's the basic difference between the execution list and the scratchbook. All the functionality will be same. Okay, then we have a API as well, so we can scan our API. Okay, we have a request, then we have a response, and this is our test cases. This is our URI, and if I want to verify that my status is okay, and I want to verify all these values, I'm making a request and get the response that these values should come. Okay, so if I want to verify, so I will going to do a right click and run in Scratch. Now my execution gets started. Automatically it will going to calculate the remaining time, how much time it will going to take. Okay, my test cases get failed as you can see. So we're going to see why my test cases are getting failed. So on in Scratchbook, we're going to see it will going to publish the result, the execution result, and I'm going to expand it. Okay, so verification has failed. So we have used the action mode as a verifier, and the expected value is this one, and the actual value is this one. So because of that only our test cases are getting failed, and accordingly we have to update our test cases. Okay, so we were expecting this name, and actually we are getting this name with that particular ID. Okay, so any of your verification gets fail, automatically it will going to fail your test cases. Okay, so we're going to see how we can scan the application of REST API, and then how we can add it to the request and the response. Okay, And apart from these, we have some test cases. Okay, I'm going to show you the test cases. Like we will do the integration with database. Okay, so this module will be used, and if you want to like fetch the data from the database and want to perform certain action. Okay, so if I execute this one, let me check my SQL is up and running or not. Okay, so I have created a database which is used to trigger all this. Okay, so if I do a select and run this query, so it will going to give me this data, and this data I'm going to verify using my Tosca. So select star from customer, and I want to verify that okay, that this first name and this is present or not. Okay, so if I want to verify that this is present or not, so using Tosca we can do that as well. So just we have to do a right click, and I'm going to run this one. And if I want to buffer that value, like I want to buffer any specific value, so we can store that value in our Tosca. So my test case is getting executed, and let's see if we are able to verify. Okay, now my test case get passed over here, and let them publish the result. Okay, so I'm going to expand it and see what are the things. Okay, my customer name is getting buffered. I want to use that value. So my first name is getting buffered over here, and you can use the last name as well. So from database, I'm buffering this value, the first name and the last name. Okay, then we are doing a verification as well, so that user is present or not. So this user is present in database or not. So we are searching for this one. The first name should be this one, and the last name should be this one. So if I go over here, the verification was successful, and we are able to find that user with the first name and the last name. Okay, so this way you can verify all this data in a database. And if you want to get some data, so you can get the data as well. Okay, so we're going to integrate our Tosca with database. It will support n number of database, MySQL, then we have Oracle. Okay, then we have a if else condition. So like if you want to perform certain action and you want to put a condition. Okay, like the condition is a vehicle motor insurance. So it will going to verify that value is present or not. Once that value is present, then it will going to execute your particular step. Okay, click on motorcycle if that motorcycle insurance is present or not. And then we have a else. Okay, these are the while, do while, then we have a open browser. Okay, then we have a repetition. So if you want to repeat certain actions, so you can provide the repetitions and all. Okay, then we have a test data services. So you want to create a data, you want to delete the data, you can do using the test data. Then we have a vehicle insurance. So we will going to design our test cases as per the Tricentis and organization standard. Okay, so the test case should be divided into three sections. The first one will be the precondition. Okay, the precondition will what? It will going to launch your browser, and it will going to open your page. Okay, once your page is open, then we will execute our the remaining workflow, like enter the data, enter the insurance. Okay, all these values should get whatever the workflow you have, you can add it over here, and then you can, under the post condition, you can close the browser or kill the browser, or if you want to delete some values in buffer. Okay, sorry, I forgot to show you the buffer. So whatever value you are storing over here, so it will be saved under the buffer viewer. If I execute this one, so as you can see, the first name Amir, last name this one. Okay, so these values are getting saved in these variables. Okay, now what I will do, I'm going to execute these test cases, and let's see if we are able to. So for that one, I will going to use my Edge browser. Okay, so it will going to invoke my Edge browser and do the execution. So now my browser is launched. It will going to verify the insurance, which kind of insurance is it, and then it will going to click on the motorcycle link. And once it is able to get that data, it will going to perform the action. Now it will going to enter all the values, and if you click on next, and then it will enter the data on a second page. It will going to upload the picture. So using the standard models from Tricentis Tosca, we're going to upload the image over here. If you want to select the premium, and username and the password, and it will going to trigger the mail. And now it will going to close the browser. So this way we have to automate our scenarios so that we can execute our all your test cases. Okay. Any questions on this one, on any topics related to? If you want to know anything more, please let me know.
Yes, Satish. So in Selenium, actually, we can write the code inside the Tosca, or we have to write the Selenium script inside the Selenium and Java environment, and the file need to import inside the um, Tosca and use it.
Okay. Okay. You don't have to write any test cases. It's a scriptless tool. Okay. So what I will do, I'm going to quickly create one test cases. Okay, for you. So what I
No,
will do,
I'm
I'm going to
I'm
check out.
I'm talking about the Selenium. You showed that few minutes back. We can execute the
Yeah.
Selenium scripts also.
Yes.
So we need to write the Selenium script inside the Selenium environment, correct? Or we can write the
Exactly.
Selenium scripts inside the Tosca only.
No, no, no. You have to write it in Selenium itself, and just you have to pass the parameter. Okay. So you can build Maven project. So that command you need to pass it over here
Okay.
under the module section, and then your test cases will going to get executed. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. So now what I will do. So we have already seen all these topics, and we will going to cover all these topics in detail. Okay. So we have some more topics like TC shell. If you don't want to open this Tosca command if, on a daily basis, if you want to execute certain test cases or you want to perform certain actions. Okay, so you can use PC shell and all. Okay, now what I will do, I'm going to create one test cases. So just let me create a folder. So if you want to get a access of this folder, okay, you are working on a multi-tier environment, multiple people are working in your project. Okay, so if you want to create anything or you want to do some editing in your test cases, so you have to do the checkout first. Okay, once you click on this checkout, automatically the green color icon will going to appear and it will going to assure you that okay, only you are having a access of this folder, so you will be able to do all the modification under this folder. So what I will do, I'm going to create one folder over here and the name it as a June demo. Okay, and now what I will do, I'm going to create my test cases. So I'm going to do a right click and click on this test case. As you can see this icon, so I'm going to click the test cases and name it as launch Google. Okay, so my test case is to open the browser and then do some search and then we can close the browser. So for launching a browser, you have to open the URL, certain URL. So we have a standard modules over here. Okay, under HTML. Uh, yeah, so under HTML we have open URL. Okay, so I will going to just drag and drop it over here. Okay, so I'm going to enter my URL. So what I will do, let me open the URL. I'm going to copy this one and paste it over here. Okay, now I will going to execute and verify that okay, my browser is getting opened or not. So I'm going to run it, and as I'm not providing any parameters, so it will be going to open in my default browser, that is by Firefox browser. Okay, so if you want to execute in any specific browser, then you have to pass the configuration parameter. Yeah, it is able to launch my page in my default browser. So going ahead, okay, my client requirement or any specific requirement is there. I want to use any other browser like Chrome, Firefox, Edge, any other specific Safari and all. So what we have to do, just we have to go to our test cases. Okay, we will going to have a test case configuration over here. So over here we will going to add our test case configuration. This is our test case configuration parameter. So I'm going to write it a browser, okay, and I'm going to pass my browser name. So these many browsers are getting support, already providing support by the Tracing Tosca. So I will go with the Edge, and now I'm going to run my test cases. So if you want to execute your test case, if you want to run a single module, you can run it, or if you want to run the whole suite, you can execute your whole test cases. So this is called as a step, and this is called as a test case. So under test cases, you will have a multiple steps. Okay, so I will going to quickly run this one under Scratchbook. So it should launch my application in Edge browser only. Okay, it was bit quick. Okay, my application gets launched. Now what I have to do, I have to perform certain action. Okay, so what I will do, I will go to mm, okay, let them publish the result. Okay, my URL gets open over here. Now I have to perform certain action like after opening a Google, I want to enter some value in the text box and perform search. Okay, so I will quickly open this and enter some value and perform this Google search. So for that, what you have to do, you just have to go to your module, okay, and you can create this. If you don't want to use the standard module and you want to create a new module, so you have to check out this folder. So do a right click and click on the checkout icon. So it will going to check out this one. So once you are able to get the access, just create your own folder and name it as June demo. Now I'm going to scan my page. Okay, I will do a right click and click on scan and application. So it will going to scan all the application, whatever application you have opened. Okay, so whatever application I have opened over here, all will get scanned. So I'm going to select this one and scan it. So once I click on the scan, automatically it will going to scan all the component in that web page. Okay, as you can see, all the component are getting scanned. But I don't want all the component. Whatever component I need, I will going to select it. So I will going to select on screen. Okay, once I click on select on screen, so whatever component you want to have it, you can select. So if you want to select this one text, then if you want to select this button, you can click on this and this will going to. Now this element is unique. As you can see, we are not getting anything over here. Okay, okay, so I will rename it as search. And as you can see, my Google search button is appearing in an amber color. Okay, and it is telling me that this item is not unique. So you have to select a particular property from here so that your element should be uniquely identified on your web page. The same way we are using the XPath. So to locate our locators on the web page, the same way you have to select a certain property like I can use the type submit. Okay, instead of name. No, still it is not able to recognize using this submit. So if I select a value, will that make it unique? No, still not. Okay, we will go with the class name. Okay, so still we are not able to do that. So what we will do, we will going to go with the other identification. Okay, I will go with index. We will going to see all these details how we can make the element unique. Now your element is unique. Now you have to save this module by clicking on this save button and I'm going to close this one. So my module is getting created over here with the name Google. Now I will going to drag and drop it over here and I'm going to search some value like percentage. Tosca over here, and then I'm going to click on that search button. Okay, so now I will going to execute my test case and see if it is getting passed or not. So it is able to launch my browser, and now it is able to search the Transcendis Tosca as well. Okay, so here my test cases get complete over here. And now if I want to add the next step, like okay, after doing a search, I want to close the browser. Okay, so what I will do, I will go to my module section, and I already have the module for closing it. So I will going to close the browser. So it will be a closed browser. Just have to drag and drop it under this one, and you just have to mention the title. So whatever browser you want to close title, so you can just enter it over here like Tricentis. Okay, so I don't want to write the full text. I will just going to type Tricentis and wildcard whatever text after that it will going to take it. Okay, so this test case will be going to perform quickly. So I'm going to put some wait so that you can view the test cases execution. So for that, what I will do, I will going to add some static wait. So I'm going to wait for certain duration. So I'm going to add this module under this one, and I will going to put it over here before the browser gets closed. Okay, now I'm going to add some static wait. So I will going to wait for 5 seconds. Okay, so this will be calculated using milliseconds. So you have to enter 5000 if you want to wait for 5 seconds. Now I will going to again launch my browser and search that product, and then I will going to close my browser. So it will going to wait for 5 seconds, and now it will going to close my browser. Okay, it will going to process the result, and it will going to show you under the scratchbook. Okay, so I've done the execution and all these steps are getting passed. Okay, any questions up till now? Anyone?
No, sir.
Oh, yeah, please go ahead.
I'm saying no, sir.
Sorry.
I was telling no, nothing.
Okay. Anyone else is having any question regarding this app or any step you are not able to get? Okay, so these are the things we will going to see in details while we're designing the test cases. Okay, this is just a basic step, and we will going to design our test cases as per the organization standard, and some best practices is also will be followed. Okay, which usually Tricentis Tosca is recommended. Okay, to use this best practice so that your test cases will be properly designed. and it should get reviewed. Okay, so if we don't have any questions, so we can good to close this call. Thank you for joining. And from tomorrow
Uh,
onwards, we will going to, yeah, please.
I yeah, I have some questions regarding some tools and the course details, syllabus and all. So
Okay,
shall I ask you?
yeah, sure.
Yeah. So whatever you are teaching us, so you used like a demo Tosca free trial, or you have already purchased, you have license version this? Because once we
Uh,
learn that, how do we will use that? So
okay, so you will going to get a license for 60 days. Okay, and
okay.
in 60 days for a particular mail ID, you will going to get a license for 60 days, and you have to perform the whatever tasks we have you can perform, and then you can use that license to clear those certifications. So there will be a certification as well, like AS1, AS2, automation specialist 1, automation specialist 2. Okay, once the course is done, you have to complete that as well. That will going to add a
So
weightage to your resume.
so it's you will be provide only the AS1 and AS2 only, correct?
Yeah, so topic which we're going to cover, some advanced topic will be there. Okay, like AS1, AS2, TDS1, TDS2, and some
Mm-hmm.
integration with database. Then we have Jenkins, TC shell, which will be which are advanced topic which will be coming from automation engineer 1 and 2. Okay,
Automation engineer 1 and 2. Okay. So after
yes,
this course, so we are eligible for the certification AS1 and AS2, correct?
yeah, exactly.
So institute will be taking care in till the certificate we get the certification, or we have to our own only we have to
No, you
give the
have to opt
exam.
for the certification. Okay,
Okay.
so yeah, so
As I have tried
the
in
cert-
Tosca Tricentex, I have registered
mhm,
sign up, but because
mhm.
my company is not yet taken the subscription from the Tricentex Tosca, so using the company email, I not able to get the exams things and the others things like
Yeah,
AS1, AS2 things. And so how do we get actually? You will guide the all the things, or just you teach the AS1 and
yeah,
AS2
we will.
course
I
only?
will going to provide you the details. Okay, you don't have to worry
So
for the
within a 60 days,
certification.
we
So
have
you have to come.
yes, go ahead.
Yeah, within 60 days you have to do the certification, or else you have to register with some other mail ID.
Okay. For other mail ID, we will can access all the things.
Yes,
And what is the certification course fee for AS1 and AS2?
it will be absolutely free.
It will be first two will be absolutely free.
Yeah,
And
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 once
for
you
the
get into
industry,
the organization, so you will get a voucher, free vouchers to complete all the remaining certification.
okay, okay, fine. So
Okay.
yes, yes, that's enough. And
Okay.
what is
Any,
how? I mean, so once we get the this course, so what when will
mhm.
be the classes will be, it will be like a every day or weekend for
Yeah, it
those who
will be
are
on
working?
weekday basis.
Okay.
So we
Is
will
there
going to
any
connect at
weekend
around
those?
8 o'clock.
Okay, is there any
If
weekend batch?
no, there won't be any weekend batch. Okay. So
Because weekdays it will
for
be
the
very
timing,
difficult to.
can, yeah, for the timing you can check with Anita. Okay,
Okay.
and she will going to provide you the specific time. If the candidates are comfortable with weekend batch, you can do that as
Okay, and for S1 and S2 course, whatever you will be learn for that course fee package,
well. Sorry.
course fees, what is the what is the course fee for this? That is not
So
actually
that
I
will be
get.
decided by the institute only. Okay,
Okay, okay, okay.
so you
Hi,
can
sir.
check with them.
This is Jesh. Hello.
Yeah, just
Can you hear me, sir? Yeah, hi, sir.
yeah, you are audible.
So how many days is the duration of the course?
It will going to take probably 3 weeks. Okay.
3 weeks means 15 classes. Is that
Yeah. Yes. So we have a dot clearing
weekdays?
session and all. Okay. So minimum it will be a 3 weeks session, and max to
Okay,
max four.
okay, okay. So, sir,
Okay.
based on these classes, if we complete these classes and practice whatever is done, can we clear AS1 and minimum AS1, sir,
Yeah, the course is
directly, or
designed
we
as
need?
per the, yeah, as per the AS1, AS2 certification only. Okay. So you, once you
Okay,
are able to cover all the topics, whatever topics you are having, and so what I will do, so once I will take some topic on the same day, I will going to provide you the assignment. You have to complete that assignment, and then so that you will have a better understanding. Okay. So once you are doing hands-on on the application, so it will give you more flexibility to work on the different applications. Okay, so it is not specific to any application, like okay, I'm giving assignment on any specific application, so I have to execute that on. So you can run, like you can go with Amazon, Flipkart. Okay, mostly these sites are having a very complex element, so you can play with that. Okay, so
okay,
before, after the end of the session, we will going to discuss whatever doubts you have from the prior day. Okay, so you want to resolve it, and then next day you have to complete the assignment.
okay, sir. Got it, got it. So we'll be going by there is something like test cases, modules,
Yes,
execution, and other. So each and
all
everything
the
will be
things.
going into.
Yeah, all the things you have to design by yourself. Okay,
Okay,
so once I will
okay.
going to
Everything will be
explain you the
discussed
particular
first
topic.
in detail. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Yes,
Got it.
so
Okay, sir.
that
How is the
for
job market for this Tosca, sir, currently?
mostly the MNCs are using this Tosca application. Okay, and for like banking domain, insurance domain, then we have a media domain. Okay, so all these domains are using Tosca, and the market is quite bit large. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
so
Got it,
you
sir.
have to prepare accordingly,
Okay, sir.
and
Okay, sir.
there won't be
From
any scripting and all, so you can quickly learn all these topics. Okay, just you
got
have
it.
to do the hands-on and focus on the topics. Okay, so what are the things we have to cover so that it will be beneficial and it will give weightage to your resume. Okay,
Okay,
so
sir. If you
simply by
clear
doing
that
AS1, yeah,
certification.
yes. So certification will also give a more advantage to your resume, that okay, mostly they will look for that particular certification as well at the time of hiring. Okay, the candidate should be having AS1, AS2. Minimum criteria will be AS1, AS2 certified. Okay, so they will look for that as well. And the more certification you will do, then it will give more weightage to your resume. So once you will get into the organization, so remaining certification you can complete it, because these
Okay,
certifications
sir.
are quite expensive. So I would recommend to go for those many certifications. Okay, just try to do the basic one, and once you get into the organization, which is having a paid partnership, okay, so you can avail that certification.
What is that? After AS1 or AS2, what is the certification which costs more?
Then we have a TDS one, test case design one, so how to do the designing and all. Then we have test case design two. Then we have automation engineer one, automation engineer two. Then we have T12. Then we have a database. Okay, all the topics which we are going to cover. So the single certifications are there, so you can complete that as well.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Fine, sir. From tomorrow, it is the same time, right, sir? The classes.
Yeah, from tomorrow on, so we're going to start at 8. Okay.
Okay, sir. Not 7:30.
So it will totally depend on the candidate availability at what time you are available, and accordingly you go to manage it.
Oh, okay, sir. They told 7:30 to 8:30 only, sir. Okay,
Okay, it
I'll
won't
ask.
be any issue. Yeah, so we can schedule for 7:30 as well. There won't be any issue.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Anything else?
Sir, without having any company email ID and subscription, can we give the others exam like
Yeah,
test
we will
design one,
going to
test design
explain.
two?
Yeah, we can going to cover that as well. So how to get the
Okay.
license and all, and how to do the certification. Okay.
And for exam fees, we have to like attend any promotic center or from home only we can give the
No,
exam.
no, no. From home itself, you can give the exam. Okay.
Oh,
So and it will be
okay.
MCQ questions. Okay. So you have to go through the questions and select the radio button, and then you can. So minimum criteria is 60%. So you have to pass the
And
certification with 60%.
okay, is there dumps, anything dumps will be available for exams?
No. So once you are able to complete this course, you will be easily going to get through that exam. And in that exam itself, you will going to have a videos and all. Okay. So all the videos and there will be assignment and all. You have to finish it. Then only your
Hmm.
exam will get unlocked. Okay. So that
Okay.
will be also helpful for you. So once the course is done, please try to go through all those videos. Okay, because from that topic only, the questions
Which
will be
videos, sir?
asked.
Sir, institute will provide the
In
videos
certain,
or?
yeah, so on daily basis, we're going to record the session and we will
Mhm.
going to provide you the playlist of all the sessions so that in future, if you want to refer, you can refer it. And if you want to do the hands-on and if you get stuck somewhere, so you can use that one, the
Okay, okay,
videos for the reference. Okay.
okay. Yes.
And this session will be a purely practical session. There won't be much theory.
Mm-hmm. Got it. So for Tosca job, the S1 and S2 is enough or something like that we have to some more certification required.
Yeah, the basic minimum criteria is AS1, AS2. Okay, so
Okay.
if people will look for the Tosca candidate in the market, so they will going to ask you how many certification you have done. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and there will be a specific requirement that okay, only S1, S2 certified candidate will be allowed to give the interview.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so because they don't want to train you once you get into the organization, they don't want to train you and want to spend time and money on you. Okay, so they already need a candidate who is already certified and who knows the application to automate the thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. For exam also, your institute will be provide the all the guidance how to register in the Tosca site and how to get the exam till till
Yeah, they
exam.
will going to
And
provide. Yeah, so I will going to provide you the guidance. Okay, but I
mhm.
won't be or institute won't be help you to clear the exam. So you have to
Mhm.
do the certification by yourself. Okay.
Okay, yeah, that is fine. But till exam, how to process the things? Because I have already tried to give the exam,
Yeah, I
but
will
I
going
am
to
not able
explain
to
you
do
that.
in my own. Like,
Okay.
okay then. Thank you, sir.
Any more questions you have? Anyone?
No, sir.
Mm,
Thank you.
uh, not right now, but if anything will have, so we'll ask in the.
Okay, so from tomorrow onwards, the session is going to start. Okay, please try to join that session, and yeah, we will going to see the automation of all the applications, and it will be helpful for your career growth. Okay,
Yeah,
so
thank you.
please from tomorrow onwards, we will going to start. Please join the session.
Yeah,
Okay, if you
thank you.
don't have any more questions, so we are good to close this call. Thank you for
Yes,
joining.
yes.
Have a good day.
Thank you.